Hi everybody, happy Friday. Just wanted to pop on and share a few tidbits of wisdom. Today is my 66th birthday, and as I sit here and I contemplate the last 65 years around the sun, I'm reminded of many things. One of the things that I was reminded of this past year specifically was that material possessions are just that. They're material possessions. They really hold no real value. Some may question that, but for me, as I'm preparing to downsize my life, there are things that I just gave away because they're just things, And another thing that I learned this past year is that to have really good friends is so much more than having money. If you have a good friend, they're worth millions. Keep them, treasure them, cherish them. And I'm also reminded that none of us are getting out of here alive, and this is borrowed time. We're here on a holiday, basically. And to remember that really does humble you, There will come a time when each and every one of us will be mourned. And I'm reminded that love comes in many packages, many different ways. And also, this past year, as many of you know, I was reminded, like with a slap in the face, about grief. I don't really know how to describe grief at this point. All I know is that it'll never go away. You have to really invite it into your life and learn how to work with it. You need to learn how to live with it. And so, life moves on. But once it visits, it will come and go. And I think above all, one of the hardest things to live with in your life is grief. Because you don't know how to handle it, It just, one day you can be in Target and it'll slap you in the face. You'll see something and you just will be like, whoa, what is that? And yeah, you just have to pick up and move on, really. Grief is love that has no place to go. That's the bottom line. Don't ever forget that. Because having loved is worth all the grief. That's my thought on it anyway. It's the price that we pay for loving someone or some animal or human. It's the price we pay. It's not a fun price. And sometimes I think the price is way too high. But, you get through it. You just get through it. You just do. And, excuse me. Also, I learned this past year that the older I get, I realized I have more time behind me than I do ahead of me. That really puts a different perspective on everything I've ever learned in my life. It really makes you think about what's really important in your life, And yeah, so as I enter my 66th year, yeah, put those words out there, right? My 66th year of living and wandering around this vast universe that we call life. I just want to take a minute and thank each and every one of you for crossing my path, for sticking around, for putting up with all my nonsense over these years that we've all been friends and family. And let me tell you something, I have no regrets. And if I had to do it all over again, I would do it exactly the same way. All the people that I've met in my lifetime have meant something to me in one way or another. And I'm very grateful that I've been alive long enough to have the opportunity to enjoy their presence. So thank you again. And I thank you in advance for all the birthday wishes that I've already received. I love you all, and peace.